What's up, YouTube? This your boy Patrick coming at you again. And today, I got another video about this beautiful baby right here, Hasselblad 907X. My likes and my dislikes about this camera. So, let's start off with what I like about this camera. So this camera is good in the dynamic range, great to shoot with, great for street photography. Love it for street photography. When you're going around and you're going to different places and different things like that, carry this camera with me, and I have no issues with a lot of people, paying a lot of attention to me taking photos and walking around and doing some street stuff, because the way it sits in my chest area, and I can hold it lower, and then I flip the screen out like that, and I just look down. I can get my pictures, adjust everything. Now, as you know, going around doing street photography and stuff, little thing is, you're not always gonna catch the right exposure. You might not always catch the right stuff. So with this, I love is that when I'm doing that type of stuff, the dynamic range and the recoveries that I can get from the highlights and shadows out of this camera is amazing. So I really love that. I love that you can tether it to the Focus app, and you could tether it, through with the Hasselblad app Focus, and I can tether it to my computer. I can tether it to my laptop. It's very easy to tether either way. And also with my cell phone or anything I need to do. And I don't have to use cords because I can work off Wi-Fi with it. That being said, I'll go into another part on that with my dislikes. But great camera, I just strap it around my neck with the Peak Design straps and everything to make it do what it do. And I just love carrying this around. It's great when I'm doing my landscape stuff too, so that I can get that beautiful dynamic range for editing and stuff, and bring a lot of those colors and different things like that out. So I really love it for that. And it's just it's a conversation starter. When I'm out with other photographers and stuff, and they just want to talk conversation about it, and it helps out a lot. And I've learned some things from that. Now, let's get to my dislikes of this camera. Now, as you can see on the Hasselblad, you look around and I'm pretty sure you've seen some unboxing videos of this and things like that. Well, the big thing is this doesn't have a hot shoe or a cold shoe on it. So therefore, when I'm doing different things and stuff like that, I have to go and in the studio, and I want to put it on a tripod and shoot with flash. I have my flash trigger for Godox that I use and everything. But since it don't have a hot shoe, I have to use this cord right here, and it came with Hasselblad. It came with the camera and everything. And so on the side of the Godox trigger, I open this up, take the smaller end, stick it in here, boom, like that, and that's how I hook up. And so then on the bottom of the camera here, you got the flap. And down here in the flap, you got some different little things. I don't know if that'll come into focus or what, but you got some different little things right here that you can stuff. So we got a mic, headphones, you got flash in, flash out, and ELX, which I'm not really sure, people, we don't really read manuals a lot of time. Pull it out and figure it out as you go. So you take this, flash out, boom, I stick it in there like that. So when I stick it in to the flash out location and everything, this is my biggest dislike. Ooh, didn't want that to happen. This is my biggest dislike, is that this has to, if you don't have nothing to hold this, you got on the tripod, you want to go do something, it gets kind of dangles there. You know, it just, and I don't really like that dangling ordeal. It puts stress on the ports and different things like that. So it'd be awesome if somebody made like a rig or something that you could put on here to help hold it. But what I did go out and get was this little nifty thing. And this right here is just a clamp with the, it's a small rig clamp, and it got a, you know, it extends out with the thread on it. So then I took out of one of my flashes, my camera top flashes with the little holder, and I take that right there and I slide this in. So, well, yeah, I slide it in, boom, tighten it down so I can have it, and I put it on my tripod. I'll show you out of here in a second. But then I do it and I stick it in. So what I do to set this up is, and let me bring my tripod over here and everything. Give me 1 second. So what I do with this is, with my tripod, and you can say what you want to say or whatever. I have the Peak Design tripod right here. I don't know why I got it extended out right now. I had it up doing something and then break it back down. But right here I got the Peak Design tripod and everything. And so, you know, when I'm doing everything, in fact, let me extend some of these back out so I can kind of stand this up without having to hold it. All right. So right here, you know, when I'm doing my thing or whatever, so what I normally do so y'all can see is I snap it in, boom, snap it in, lock the camera in good, make sure you know we good and sturdy right there. So as you can see, when I'm doing it like this, I take my piece right here and I clamp it in over here. So that way, when I'm doing my shoot, I take this, slide it in here. Get in there now. All right, shoot, cool. I slide it in right there, boom, and everything, lock it in there, and everything is it kind of works. Take my cord right here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn it around for you. So I take my cord, slide my cord in right there, boom. So now I can trigger my flashes and it ain't dangling, it ain't stressful on there. Now, I had it on this side a while back when I was doing a shoot, and it kind of get in the way when I'm trying to do my hand over here. But since there's only thing here is the lens release and everything, what I normally do is I loosen this back up, I bring it to this side and lock it down, lock down my small rig thing here. Then I just adjust this right here. No, boom, I bring it around to here, let it hit, and then I slide the cord into here. I kind of tilt it a little bit. And I slide the cord in, boom, and I got my flash. A little better than letting it dangle, or a lot better than letting it dangle, but I wish they had something that I could attach straight to the camera, so I didn't have to do all of this right here. But, you know, as photographers, sometimes we have to improvise for our equipment to make things happen. Another thing about this camera that really it's not a big pet peeve, but it is a little something for me, and that is I cannot use it with Capture One. I like using Capture One to do photos and everything, and I can't use it for Capture One. That just sucks. Hasselblad does not allow their cameras to be used with Capture One, or vice versa. Capture One don't allow Hasselblad, and that's because Hasselblad has their Focus app. And I'm still learning the Focus app. Maybe once I learn it a little better and get a little bit more in depth with it, I can work that out. But I really wish that they would come up with it and allow Capture One to be used on this. So a lot of times, since I'm not real familiar with the Focus app that they use for their camera, what I do is I go and I use Lightroom, and then from Lightroom I take it into Photoshop and do my thing in Photoshop. And so at least Lightroom can read the files, so therefore I can do it that way. I haven't tried to tether it into Lightroom, which I might try on my next shoot that I got coming up here soon, and see how that is. And if you want a behind the scenes of me using this, or me using it in action with the flash and tethering it to Lightroom or tethering it to the Focus app and different things like that, leave it down in the comments, and on my next shoot, boom, I'll hook it up and I'll do that for you. Oh, I really hope you enjoyed this video. That's my dislikes and likes of the Hasselblad. Like I said, it's great for street photography. Not a lot of people pay attention to it, especially if you're using a regular camera. Well, any camera's a regular camera, but if you're using the more common camera with the viewfinder and everything that you bring up to your eye, a lot of people pay that more attention. They notice it a lot easier. And it could take some of the joy of doing the street photography out of it. But hey, enjoy it, have fun, and do it. So people, keep shooting, keep having fun, do you. Oh yeah, and your photography is your photography. Create what you like. I'm out. Peace.